Alright, so all of us have been a student at some point in our lives, and we've probably all had that one teacher, or maybe multiple teachers, who you just feel don't respect you, they're teachers you don't like, they're teachers you think are too hard, or they're teachers who've just lost the classroom in general. Or maybe you're a teacher yourself and you just feel exhausted by the day-to-day grind. And today I want to talk about 3 reasons why most teachers fail. And each of these 3 reasons sort of come from the same root cause, and that is the curriculum. Now, for those of you who don't know what the curriculum is, it's a set of sort of expectations that teachers are told that you need to learn, and those are sort of set as overall expectations, so sort of the big ideas for specific units, and then specific expectations, which are more of the specific details. And it's not like the curriculum's not important, but the first reason why most teachers fail is the idea that they try to pack in too much content. And one of the main problems with packing in too much content into a specific unit or into a course is the idea that it just leads to unrealistic schedules that students aren't included in making. It doesn't account for students' abilities, it doesn't account for their interests, and it doesn't even account for what's going on in the world today. And then what happens, because they're trying to fit in so much, is they have to rush through content without taking the time to know, do students understand this? Are students getting what they're supposed to? And it just leads to students becoming frustrated. And now packing in too much content also leads to the second reason why most teachers fail, and that is there's too much preparation. Obviously, the more content that you want to pack into a course means there's more preparation that needs to be done. You need to learn about all these specific pieces of information, and you'll need to figure out activities that students will do so that way they understand these concepts. But alas, the problem lies in the fact that you're putting in too much content. And because that preparation time is so long, that's actually where I spend most of my time doing lessons. It leads teachers to fall into these boring, unengaging, uninspired lectures where they just throw a PowerPoint up and they say, this is everything you need to know, and it just is them talking off slides. And it's boring. Not all students can learn by auditory means or even by reading what's on a slide. Some learners and some students need to get their hands on to whatever they're doing. And I think this comes down to the idea of, if you have so much prep and you can't spend the time figuring out an interesting lesson, how are your students supposed to be interested in the lesson you teach? So my idea and my tip for any new starting teachers out there is that what you should do instead is you should plan for less. You should plan for the bare minimum. You should think of your lowest level learners in your classroom, the students who are often disengaged by what you're trying to teach and how you're teaching. And instead of spending your time planning all these little lessons and just lectures, spend your time planning some bigger activities that sort of take into account your students' strengths, their interests, and their needs. Now, the third reason why teachers fail is simple. Because they've packed in so much content into the course. They feel that all the content is important. And A, that's just not realistic. That's also not relevant to our lives or the worlds that we live in. And 3, unfortunately, this means that most of this content and most teachers end up defaulting to these big, long, standardized tests, so that way they can cover everything. And it's quite frustrating because some students have test anxiety, some students work themselves up to see tests as these big, huge, daunting tasks. And instead, what I think is that we should be doing more project-based learning, more inquiry stuff. We should do things that students want to do. I don't know of a single student who actually wants to write a unit test. It's just too overwhelming. It's too much. And students end up resenting that. And it leads to a lot of teachers losing the classroom and losing the respect of their students. Instead, teachers should be taking the time to find new ways to assess students. And they should be focusing on the topics that are most important to the students' daily lives and their interests. And I think a great way to do this is to create unit projects or presentations or projects that are just open-ended. Projects that students can talk about any topic they wish. Projects that students can submit using any form of media they wish. Whether that is making a presentation, making a video, writing a report, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then also pairing students up in groups. Students work much better and they have a better learning experience when they're sort of working with each other and building off each other. It also helps engage students who normally wouldn't be doing as well in the course or think that they're not doing well in the course. And again, I think the goal of educators is to be teaching everyone, not to be teaching the elite few who are going to be going on to university to do this or who might pursue a master's or a PhD degree. The goal is to increase the achievement and learning for everyone. And obviously the way to do that is to find out what they like and then teach using that. So with that said, thank you for tuning in today. Those are my 3 reasons why most teachers fail. If you want to see more, please leave a comment down in the description. I can definitely talk about so many more reasons why teachers fail or why teachers succeed. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all around. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And yeah, have a great day and enjoy everyone. Bye.